I've read about it.
It was a gift. Yeah, it's been in the Wonderland Royal line for ages.
What's it do?
It shows you the future.
The reviews for Descendants: The Rise of Red have provided a mixed bag of opinions from fans. Some believe the new story was exactly what the franchise needed to return with a bang, while others thought it left much to be desired. However, the fourth installment of the franchise was merely an origin story, providing a personal narrative and problem for the protagonists, Red and Chloe, to fix. Now that the franchise's new faces have made their debut, they can approach Auradon earnestly, willingly making waves in the world where fairy tales and happy endings can exist. They're the first to risk altering history to save their loved ones, and doing so will undoubtedly have consequences for the rest of their world. In today's video, we'll discuss potential storylines of Descendants 5 and where the story may take its heroes next.
Bridget is so nice. Exactly. Bullies love an easy target, and Bridget's weak.
Number 1. Returning to the past. At the end of Descendants 4, Red and Chloe return to the present to see if their interference with Bridget's past has changed the fate of Auradon. They appear successful, with the Queen of Hearts proclaiming that her favorite game is love, a stark contrast from when she formally declared war on Auradon. The school's orientation continues without a hitch, and Red celebrates having changed her mother for the better. However, like in former installments, Uma assures that the story isn't over yet and that messing with the flow of time can have significant consequences. In the next film, Red and Chloe may realize that things aren't perfect at home and their actions may impact other integral parts of Auradon. For example, instead of Bridget becoming a villain due to Uliana's cruel prank, Ella's fate could be thrown off course, impacting her relationship with Prince Charming or how she engages with the world as Cinderella. She may become a cruel leader while not evil, maybe manipulating her people. Once Red and Chloe realize that their actions have impacted their loved ones or altered the history of Auradon, they may use the pocket watch to return to the past. Unfortunately, they may conclude that the only way to fix their mistakes is to allow Uliana to go through with her prank. In doing so, they would fix the timeline while simultaneously sealing Bridget into a life of evil, preventing her from having the fairy tale ending she dreams of.
I couldn't help myself. I'm just so excited for my daughter to be here.
Number 2. Fixing the present. In most works of fiction, altering the timeline creates a butterfly effect that impacts other parts of someone's life, often for the worse. In Red's case, by ensuring her mother was never pranked and finished her schooling at Merlin Academy, she creates a present-day Queen of Hearts who embraces love, appears genuinely happy for her daughter, and leaves Auradon in peace. While everything seems to have worked out, the film ends abruptly while Chloe and Red are still in Auradon's courtyard, attending orientation for the school year. The two friends don't have time to speak with influential people like Uma, Cinderella, or the fairy godmother. They also don't explore Auradon Prep and see how Bridget's alumni status may have changed the school's fate. It's possible that when Descendants 5 premieres, Red and Chloe may uncover inconsistencies in their surroundings, loved ones, and history that point to their interference forever changing their world. Red may seek the advice of Maddox, her tutor, who didn't want her to use the watch, knowing the power his invention holds and the mistakes that come with it. Maddox may advise that the girls try not to travel again in time and adjust themselves to their new reality. However, adjusting to their new lives may take time, and the pair could go down a rabbit hole of trying to fix the present by reminding people of who they're supposed to be, reestablishing lost relationships, or trying to shape the fate of Auradon.
I think I can live with that.
Everything could change. You could lose your mother.
Number 3. Regaining memories. Another common consequence of tampering with time includes altering personal memories, which sometimes wholly changes someone's personality. We witness these consequences after Bridget successfully attends Castle Coming, without Uliana turning her into a monster. Without experiencing vicious bullying and maintaining her faith in others, Bridget grows up with her optimistic and kind personality intact, turning her into a loving mother and queen. Unfortunately, changing Bridget's past experiences means changing Red's childhood, which could alter her memories, personality, and opinions. At the end of Descendants 4, she appears to be the same, aware of her adventures in the past and that her mother is an entirely different person. However, the film cuts off directly after, and Red's new memories may slowly overtake and replace her old ones, allowing her to exist in two different lives entirely. As Red slowly changes, likely becoming more peppy, outgoing, and optimistic, it may be up to Chloe to watch her friends as they attend Auradon Prep. Interestingly, their dynamic and roles in the film would reverse, with Chloe becoming the more cautious and pragmatic of the pair, using her experiences in the past as a marker to help her gauge potential risks and danger. Significantly, if altering the timeline has impacted more than Red and her mother.
I'm evil like my mom. Remember? You're nothing like your mom, Red.
Number 4. Exploring Wonderland. Throughout the Descendants franchise, fans have seen everything Auradon Prep and the Isle of the Lost offers. Now that a new generation of characters is taking over to bring new life to the stories, it may be time for an entirely new setting to take center stage. The audience sees Wonderland at the beginning of Descendants 4, but only within the confines of the Queen's Kingdom, where everything is maintained by rules and patrolling soldiers. Now that Red has changed the fate of her mother, Wonderland is likely a much more accepting and carefree place to live. One where the Queen of Hearts doesn't force her people to adhere to a curfew or punish her soldiers with threats of beheading for not capturing a supposed criminal. Red and Chloe may venture into Wonderland to explore Red's home and witness how much it has changed, introducing a new story and adventure for the friends to embark on together. Using Wonderland as a new setting for the next chapter of the Descendants franchise also provides a cast of new characters to become the primary supporting roles in the following films. For example, we know that Red is the daughter of the Queen, but there are many other characters. Some of these may have already debuted in different forms of media, including Allie, the daughter of Alice, who appears in Descendants' Wicked World, and numerous characters from the book Beyond the Isle of the Lost, Wonderland. These characters include the children of the Dormouse and Tweedledee.
There's only one person who dares to resist the Queen's orders, and that's her very own daughter.
Number 5. Attending Auradon. A recurring trend in the Descendants franchise is that every film features a different plot and antagonist, with previous stories recurring as subplots or secondary narratives, which ties all the films together. For example, Uma returns in Descendants 3 with the desire to free the other villain kids from the Isle. However, she still reconciles with Mal and helps her defeat the newest antagonist, Audrey. The same trend could occur in Descendants 5, with Chloe and Red encountering a new problem to solve while also tying up any loose ends they left behind from their time-traveling adventure. The most likely scenario is that Red and Chloe settle into Auradon, much like their predecessors. The two girls will likely request to share a dorm, as they did when staying at Merlin Academy. They'll attend classes together. Chloe will likely try out for Swords and Shields, and they'll meet their peers, introducing a host of new characters into the franchise. Some may even be the younger siblings of characters we've met before. For example, Harry Hook has a younger sister who debuts in Descendants' Wicked World. If the film takes place in Auradon, then Uma can become the bridge between the old and new films, capable of offering sage advice to the students under her care, especially if Red and Chloe find themselves in more precarious situations. Her relationship with Uliana, her aunt, may also provide the link between the two films, as she may have heard stories about the teenagers who foiled her aunt's plans, recognizing them as the present-day Red and Chloe.
That was a really good idea. To check Audrey's room. Now we know that we're on the right track.
The potential storylines for Descendants 5 had set the stage for a compelling and fun continuation of the beloved franchise. With the consequences of altering the timeline, the evolving relationships between characters, and the potential of exploring new locations like Wonderland, the next installment holds unlimited possibilities, as Red and Chloe confront the consequences of their actions and navigate complex issues like new family dynamics or gaining new memories. Descendants 5 has the opportunity to provide an intense and thought-provoking story for the audience, creating a brand new chapter for Descendants that will surely captivate old and new fans alike.
I love your outfit, by the way.
Why are you talking like that?
Like what?
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications to stay updated on our uploads.
What are you doing here? Getting my hands dirty.